ADAP has been showing a lot of strength within a longer term bearish trend. So if this gain of 23.95% holds up till today, up to the close of today's trading session, today is the 16th of November, that it will make it. It's a three straight session of gains. Okay, so intraday high that printed was as of the 8th of October. That was 8th of October was 8th of October, 8th of October was a Wednesday. Okay, 0.2997. Now look at this. This is as of the next day. That was Thursday the 9th, exactly 1 week ago. We just played back. I just played back the extrapolation. Okay, it's saying then the projections were saying 0.3017, 0.3723, 0.4158. But the point I'm trying to make is that then it was saying that high prices will remain in place up till today. Today is 16th. So if it holds today, then we have satisfied so many days, so many days. One, the next day, the next day after that night was 10. So 10, well, I can't exactly say about 10. What I can say for sure is that 14, 15 satisfied, 14, 15 satisfied. It's looking like 16 today will be satisfied. Okay. So, but we are just going to go back. I'm going to play. This is a replay. It just, goes back to show you what the extrapolation was saying then. That's a good thing about trading view. If you don't play back, then you won't see, because this extrapolation changes. It's once the price moves, you wouldn't see them. You can see these projections. You can see these Fibonacci projections. They're always there, but extrapolation only, you can only see it from the last price. So, but when you play back, you can see it. So let's see now. Let's replay and see what's going to happen. Okay, so it didn't satisfy. It did not satisfy. It didn't satisfy tenth, 10. It didn't satisfy 10, 11, 12th, and 13th. Yeah, it didn't satisfy them. It didn't satisfy 10, 11, 12, and 13th. So it only satisfied, as of then, it satisfied yesterday. It satisfied Thursday. It satisfied Tuesday the 14th. Um, yeah, Tuesday the 14th, yesterday the 15th, and then seems to be satisfying today. So that's why I wanted to play and show you that even though to 14, 15, 16, possibly 16 have been satisfied as of then, or will be satisfied as of then, but the immediate sessions after that, that is the 10th and the 11th and the 12th and the 13th, we're not satisfied. Okay. So projections are saying, let's see what we have here. Oh, sorry. Um, there was no 12 and the 13th. It was only there was no 12 and there's no 11 and 12th. There was only 13. There's only 13 and only 13 was not satisfied. Only 10 and 13 were not satisfied. That's Friday the 10th and Monday the 13th were not satisfied. But all the other days so far have been satisfied. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, but it's a mix of things. In the midst of all of that, some were satisfied, some were not satisfied. So sometimes these extrapolations. That's why sometimes I warn: just be careful. You can't really completely rely on them. You can't completely rely on them. Okay, so this is the 4 hour chart. It's saying that contraction, this expansion that began on the 14th Tuesday, is going to. There might be a distributive contraction that may remain in place up till the 22nd of October. Okay. Projections are saying 0.22, 0.3226, 0.3301, 0.3 triple nine, 0.4430. Okay, price pressure momentums. Let's see what we have down here. The 10 and 21 period moving averages, 10 period moving average is trending. However, the 21 period moving average is severely bearish. Positions opened 4 hours ago are underwater currently. Yeah, this might be somewhere all the way back here. That might be the case. The stock has just been consolidating. Yeah, that's me. That maybe it has caught up with the. It has found the 21 period moving average lagging. Yeah, has found it lagging. However, it has a mix. They have on that 21 period moving average, momentum is building. Deep buying is also going on. Yeah, I mean, buying pressures there. We can clearly see that. So in the midst of all of that, however, there's also selling pressure going on. You can clearly see that the stock got a rejection there. So it's a mix of things. It's a mix of things for ADAP. So, but we have been able to compile some sentiments concerning the stock of since Monday the 13th. So let's listen to what's going on.
Forum sentiment on ADAP stock since October 13th, 2025. The conversation has been noisy and polarized. A strong short term bull narrative, momentum, deal value, technical bounce, versus cautious bears, cash runway, potential dilution, Nasdaq compliance risk. The main themes: give representative forum signals and list the most cited coasts or feeds so you can follow them directly. See description box below. 1. What people are saying. Themes: bullish, hype. Traders on penny stock and microcap subreddits are celebrating the recent run. Some threads call the move an above 50% pop, arguing the 55 million upfront plus 30 million milestones from the US WorldMeds deal makes the market cap look cheap and leaves upside if pipeline or PR or news arrives. Multiple small cap communities are talking resurrection narratives, hopes for a run to $1 plus if momentum continues, and or a catalyst, earnings, BLA, or PR hits. Bearish, cautious. Posters repeatedly flag cash constraints and the risk the company will need additional financing, dilution, after selling core assets. Many view the asset sale as defensive rather than transformative. Official Q2 numbers and cash balance are being referenced in these threads. Several comments call out insider selling and analyst downgrades after the transaction, which some users interpret as a red flag. Technical trading chatter. StockTwits shows heavy, fast moving comment flow, trade ideas, charts, sentiment polls, a lot of short term trade talk, momentum charts, and buy the dip versus sell into strength takes. Volume spikes and intraday volatility are frequently mentioned. Regulatory compliance worry. A subset of posts reference NASDAQ compliance and minimum price concerns and a possible deadline. Posters mention an October 27 compliance timeline. This is driving some fear that management may need a reverse split or other corporate action, which is discussed repeatedly on penny and biotech threads. 2. Quantitative signals observed on forums. Quick metrics. Reddit activity. Multiple new threads across R penny stocks, R 10x penny stocks, and R biotech stocks since October 13th. Tone split roughly 60% bullish, 40% cautious in the sample threads I reviewed. Representative threads include big upvoted ADAP up 51% posts and who else is holding ADAP discussions. StockTwits. Active feed with many short trade posts, sentiment indicators showing rapid alternation between bullish and neutral, community trading volume references, and chart screenshots are common. Price volume context. Price rose by about 15% on October 15th and shows a 2-week gain plus 52% in some data recaps. Traders point to this as evidence of a momentum move that attracts short term scalpers. 3. Representative quotes or post types, paraphrased. Stock up 51% today. This deal is the reason. It's cheap relative to the upfront cash. Penny stock threads. This looks like a defensive sale. Cash runway still tight, dilution likely unless they find more funding. Biotech threads discussing Q2 cash. Is there a Nasdaq compliance deadline? If so, that could force corporate action. Multiple small cap posts. Reddit. 4. Where the loudest activity is happening. Links or sources I checked. Reddit, r penny stocks, r10x penny stocks, r biotech stocks, r stocks, daily discussion threads. Stock twits, ADAP symbol feed, real time short posts, charts, sentiment, news or press context, adaptamine press release about the US WorldMeds sale, and local press summarizing the closing of the deal. For factual background. 5. Bottom line, trader takeaways. Short term traders see momentum and are piling in. The social narrative is cheap relative to deal value, which fuels hyped buys. Longer term or cautious posters point out the structural change, the sale of cell therapy assets, the low cash position, and the possibility of dilution or need for capital. These are material risks that temper bullish claims.
Okay, so see what you make of ADAP, and thank you very much for watching this video.